Hello and welcome back to the Sunday night concert here at Stonehaven Folk Festival's virtual festival for 2020. We're calling it the 31st and a half festival for obvious reasons, because we couldn't have a festival this year, again, for obvious reasons. So here we are at a virtual festival. I hope you've been tuning in all weekend to hear some of our great workshops that we've had for all day Saturday, all day Sunday. We had our evening concert last night, and this is us finishing off with our Sunday night concert. That's going to feature some of the tutors that we've had over the weekend, bringing you the workshops, and a couple of special guests in there as well, which will surprise you with that. I think that's the best way to do it. So what we're going to kick off with this tonight with, we're going to have our first couple of slots from Duncan Ritchie, and I hope you tuned in earlier to hear Duncan Ritchie's accordion workshop. Duncan Ritchie up there in Peter Cooter, I think he is. And also a fiddle session from Ellie McLaren, who gave they both did fantastic workshops earlier on today. So the sun is still shining here in Stonehaven, as I can see, only just, it's getting a bit windy, but you know, we're coping. We're burgered up from our barbecue. We've got 2 or 3 committee members all jostling around us just now, and we're looking forward to finishing off this festival with the concert tonight. But before we do that, before we have Duncan and Ellie, we're going to bring you just a wee interview with one of the performers that was meant to be on our main stage tonight at our concert in the town hall, who couldn't make it. So we managed to catch up with him. Our Meg Finlay managed to catch up with him earlier on today and do a wee interview with him. So we're going to bring you that now, and it's going to be from Paul McKenna all the way down in Glasgow, I think, was he, in Glasgow? And he's just going to say a few words. And then straight after that, we'll be on to Duncan and Ellie for their performances, and we'll catch up with you after that. Ready to go there, Simon?
Hi, Paul. Hi, Paul. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you doing?
Good. Well, we're good up here with Festival HQ, and the sun's shining in Stonehaven. So nice to see you. I was just thinking to myself when I was preparing for this that you'd have been just arriving in Stonehaven, just about ready to go, probably for your sound checks.
Yeah, probably just about now. Yeah, because we would have been in Germany last night, so an early flight to get us back.
Right, I know. Weird times, but you're doing okay, are you?
As good as can be expected, just the same as everyone, I think.
I know. So what's been happening since lockdown? Have you been managing to do any music?
I mean, I've been trying to keep on top of things, been playing every day and stuff. At the beginning of it, we had a couple of live things that we did through a couple of festivals. We were actually in Australia when this all kicked off, so we had to get home from there.
So were you doing a festival, or you were on a tour, weren't you?
We were on a tour called the Festival of Small Halls, and it kind of was bookended by 2 big festivals, Port Fairy and the National. We only got a week out of 6 weeks.
I know. So did you manage to do either? Did you go to Port Fairy or?
We managed that. Yeah, we done Port Fairy and a few of the shows, and then we had to call it a day and get home as quickly as we could.
Do you know that the National still go ahead?
No,
it stopped. Yeah. Because it's in Canberra. I went to it in 1999. It's a kind of a different festival, but it was good. But yeah, it's such a shame that you had that fantastic tour and it all just fell away, didn't it? But at least you got back safely. So how are the rest of the guys doing? There's Robbie, Connell, Ewan and Connor in your band. Are they all doing okay?
They're all doing okay. I've not really seen that many. I've saw Connor a few times. He lives not far, so kind of bumped him a few times out and walking around, and some other people have been scattered in different parts of the country up north. And
Oh well. Yeah, so what about, I mean, I was going to say that I bought your new CD, Breathe, which is amazing. I love your CDs anyway, Paul. But I've been playing Breathe quite a lot, and it has there's lovely, lovely songs on it. So tell us a bit about your new CD. Tell us about it.
Well, I think we tried to do more. I'll try to put more of my own songs on that album. I think from the beginning, we've always tried to increase the number of my own songs that we've had on that, and change the instrumentation a little bit. Electric guitar just to complement that, kind of the move in that direction. And yeah, it was just a few songs that I had written over the last few years, and then kind of bulked that out with a couple of songs from great songwriters like J.P. Cormier, Canada, as well.
Yeah, no, it's a fabulous CD. It was produced by Mike Vass as well. I mean, just such a professional, beautifully made CD. So I really recommend anybody watching this get onto either Paul's website or Bandcamp and get one bought, because it's an excellent one. Anyway, I think we're probably about done, but just lovely to see you, and so sorry that you're not here this weekend. I was so looking forward to seeing you, but this time next year will be, hopefully the weather will be like this, and we'll get a chance to see you live in 2021. But take care and stay safe, and we'll see you next year, Paul. All the best.
Very much. All the best. Cheers.
Bye.
Guys.
Bye.
Hello, my name is Duncan Ritchie, and I'll be playing in a few sets in this virtual Stonehaven Folk Festival. Before I start, I'd like to thank the Stonehaven Folk Festival and for Hands Up for Trad for allowing me to be involved in this this project. So yeah, as I said, my name is Duncan Ritchie. I play accordion, and I've been playing traditional music for 10 years now, and I really like it a lot. And I'm currently studying down in the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland, down in Glasgow, where I have just finished my first year. So I'm going to play a few sets for you. The first set is comprising of two tunes. The first tune is one of my own. It's called Robert Ritchie, and I dedicate this to my grandpa, who I did not know because he passed before I was born, but this is dedicated to his memory. And the second tune is called The Wren's Death, and it's I found it in the Willie Ross book, book 4. So hope you enjoy. I'm now going to go on to play another tune of mine. This is a tune I wrote about, must be 4 months ago, and it's got a bit of a story to it. It's called The Biscuit Monster, and I shall now start the story. So it goes back to when I started studying at Glasgow, and I decided I wanted to get a bit more fit than I am, and I'm glad to say that I did get a bit more fit, but yeah. So anyway, I decided to get fit, so I went to the gym, and I did go to the gym for about 3 or 4 months now, and yeah. And then by the time it came to the 3rd month or 4th month, I'd realised I've not really had any packets. I hadn't bought any biscuits, or without realising. So on realisation of that, I decided to buy many packets of assorted classic biscuits, like your bourbons and your custard creams. So anyway, so I happened to be writing a tune. I didn't know what to call it, and I was eating these biscuits at the time. So I decided to call it after this story. So yeah, here's the Biscuit Monster. you enjoyed that. I'm coming on to my last set now, but before I go on, I'd just like to say again thank you to Stonehaven Folk Festival and Hands Up for Trad for allowing me to be involved in this project. I've enjoyed it thoroughly, and yeah. So I'm going to go to my last set now, and this last set has a few tunes of my favourite that I picked up while studying in Glasgow. The first tune is called Laura's Reel, and it's by the great accordionist from Ullapool called Myard Green, and it's a great tune that I just picked up. And following that is a tune by the Manchester flautist Mike Goldrick, and it's called Free Falling. And the last tune is another one of mine, and it's kind of become a little bit of an accidental trademark, and it's got a biscuit theme named as well. If you can't see the little thing going, it's called Duncan Rich Teas, which is yeah. So thank you again, and hope to be at the Real Festival next year in person.
Hello, I'm Ellie. I'm going to play a couple of sets for you. So the first one is a hornpipe and jig. And this hornpipe is my favourite hornpipe. It's called the Bee's Wing. And then into a jig, which I taught in my workshop today. And it's called the Naked Hill Runner. And I wrote it after some friends of mine decided to run up a hill in Braemar minus their clothes after an evening in the pub last year. So here we go. Next set I'm going to play is a 2/4 march, which I also wrote for a lady called Julie in the village of Braemar, and it's called Julie's Beetroot. and it was her birthday recently, her 80th birthday, so I wrote it for that. And the story behind that tune is that my mum's a hairdresser, so when Julie comes over to get her hair done, she always brings a jar of lovely beetroot. Best beetroot I've ever had, it's so delicious. Anyway, and then I'm going to play a pipe reel called Archie McPhail, and then a Shetland reel called the Zephyr to finish.
Okay, that was brilliant. We had Duncan Ritchie there on accordion, followed by Ellie McLaren on fiddle. We had their workshops earlier today, and great concert tunes from them there. So joined with us tonight, we've got Jack Smedley, who plays the fiddle in the band Rura. How you doing, Jack?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good. We're really disappointed you're not here this year. We had Rura on the Saturday night in the main stage. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that's when we were meant to be up. So, obviously we're gutted not to be there as well. I was chatting to David, the Baran player, earlier, and we were reminiscing about the last time we were up at the festival. Actually, I think that was maybe 2012 or something like that. So quite a long time ago. But it was one of our favourite gigs actually that we'd ever done. It was great.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere at Stonehaven, and when you've got weather like we do this weekend, there's always a tune to be had at the harbour or here and there. So
I think
definitely a shame that you're not here.
It was a similar kind of. I remember it being roasting, and it was a great lineup that night as well at the concert. So yeah, it's a real shame not to make it up. But here's hoping next year things might be a bit more back to normal, hopefully.
Yeah, we really hope so. And we've got you on the lineup, so that's really great for us for next year already. Okay, so you're celebrating 10 years of Rura this year.
Yep.
And obviously it's not gone quite to plan, but I actually was at your gig in the Old Fruit Market back in January for Celtic Connections. That was absolutely fantastic. What a lineup. Who did you have all on stage with you there?
So, well, for people that maybe aren't aware, we had our 10th anniversary there, obviously, and Celtic Connections were they were so supportive of us and gave us a really great show at the Old Fruit Market and let us run wild and get an amazing string section. So we had Shona Aiken, Patsy Reed, Megan Henderson on violins, and we had Alice Allen doing cello. And then we also had our old previous band members back doing guitar with us. We had Adam Holmes for a couple of songs, and we had some people playing with us who've been kind of big influences on us over the years, or a big part of our story. We had Ali Hutton doing some pipes and whistles, Finlay MacDonald pipes and whistles as well, and James Lindsay doing some bass. He plays in Greyback with Megan. It was one of those nights where it was always
yeah, it was an excellent night, and it was being recorded as well. I hope my cheering's not on the CD, but
no, we managed to edit it out. Don't worry.
That's brilliant. So the CD is it out now? Is it available to buy? Where can we buy it?
Well, it's available to pre-order just now. We've got some signed copies kicking around, so you can pre-order them through our website, which is rura.co.uk. And then I think there's the usual kind of pre-download option on the normal streaming sites and all that. It's going to be out, I think, the second Friday in September. It'll be out officially. Yeah, we're really, really chuffed with how it's turned out. Obviously, when you do a live album, there's always that element of, oh my God, are we going to get through all these tracks without major mistakes? But we luckily managed to get 11 tracks out of the gig, and it's just, I think the album really captures the energy in the room that night.
Yeah.
A really, really special gig, and
yeah,
a lot of love on stage, definitely, and it was good fun. So.
I think from my perspective, and from certainly what the awards that you've won and stuff, Rura are renowned for being a fantastic live act. So it made sense that you're recording a live CD.
Well, yeah, I know, but we were really nervous. I think I was, out of all of us, I was probably the most nervous, because that probably says a lot about my playing live, to be honest. But we were. It is a scary thing to do, especially today when albums tend to be so produced these days and so edited, and which is totally amazing. We do that ourselves when we're in the studio. So it was quite a kind of sort of risky thing for us to do, I think. And but luckily it turned out fine.
I can't wait to hear it. I'm sure it's going to be brilliant. And does it feature any new tracks, or is it mainly stuff that over the past 10 years that you've worked on together?
It's all tracks from the past 10 years. So we thought we would, rather than write loads of new stuff for that night, we thought, why not just go back, because there's tracks from the first and the second album that we never ever play these days. So there's a couple of things on there. I think the kind of one I'm most chuffed about was playing a track from our first album called Elliot's, and we got Finlay MacDonald, who wrote that tune and was playing on the gig with us. He was a massive part of of us getting off the ground all those years ago, and it was actually really, really cool to get to play that with him, and it's made it onto the album as well. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
And of course, we've got a few of the tracks from our latest album as well that are probably a bit better known. And there's something on there for everyone. And the songs are there, of course, too. That was amazing, hearing everyone singing all that. So
yeah, it was some atmosphere in the crowd. It was just great. And so obviously a lot of what you were planning, I suppose, for your 10-year anniversary is not quite gone to plan.
Not quite.
Have you managed to do any of it virtually, or is it going to just be 2021 is your 10-year anniversary plus one?
I think, an 11th anniversary might have a new ring to it. But, we're really lucky that I think all of our gigs, bar one or two, have basically copied and pasted, just like yourselves, into next year. So we're really fortunate that that's the case. And here's hoping we'll be able to kind of just go for it next year and really make a success of all the things we missed out on. It was weird because our last gig was on the 16th of March in New Zealand, and like obviously like the whole pandemic thing has really not, doesn't seem to have come to very much in New Zealand because we shut down so quickly. And when we were there on the last day of the festival, it was just like a net had closed in on the place, and the atmosphere was so strange. So I think it was probably one of the last gigs that happened anywhere, full stop. We just managed to get under there, and then everything fell to pieces from there. So
yeah, well, I hope it gets back to normal at some point soon and we can hear Rura live again.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping.
Yeah.
So I think, Jack, what we're going to do now is play one of your videos, Decade, and that features on the new album. Is that right?
It's not on the new album, no, but it's a single that we put out in January there.
Okay.
Because Decade, obviously, to mark the start of our 10th year. So it's a good wee tune. It was nice to just go into the studio just to do a single for once, because that's something we haven't done very much of at all. So that was good, and it was done in Glasgow in January. We recorded it with Scott Wood.
Brilliant! Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, at least you've a few things to mark the 10 years. You've got the single and you've got the album from the Old Fruit Market.
Yes.
And what a memorable gig for you to celebrate 10 years with.
Yeah, we're lucky that we managed to capture that. So before all music stopped.
Absolutely.
So.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us, Jack. It's been really great. And we are so looking forward to having Rura next year. And we can call it your 10-year anniversary then, if you like.
10 years again, yeah. No, we're looking forward to coming back. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, thanks very much. And Simon, if you're ready, we'll play Decade.
Brilliant stuff. That was Ruda there with their new single released this year, Decade, to mark 10 years of Ruda. They've also got the new CD, as Jack was talking about, recorded live at the Old Fruit Market. So next up, we've got Callum McElroy, who gave us a mandolin workshop earlier on today. Not sure what he's got in store, but we'll see. And after that, we've got Carol Anderson playing the fiddle, hailing from Stonehaven herself. So we've got that to look forward to. Okay, Simon, are we ready for Callum?
Hello. Hello, my name is Callum McElroy and I'm going to play some things for you now as part of the virtual Stonehaven Folk Festival. I'm going to start off with a song that I've been singing for a long time now called Joy of My Heart, and I first heard this song on a Fisher Family LP and was really taken by the kind of simplicity of the lyrics and the lovely tune that it's got. The song was, the words were written by a Glasgow poet called Hugh Roberton, and they were later translated into Gaelic, which I thought was kind of unusual. It's often the other way around. But the words talk specifically about the Isle of Mull and its sort of lovely surroundings and the nice people there. And that's kind of the message that I take from it, is that it's about kind of appreciating your surroundings and those that you're with, and that can be applied to pretty much anywhere in the world, I imagine. So this is Joy of My Heart. Sing ye o' the coolings of sky, of Harris and Egg and fair Iona, joy of my heart, Eilean Moola. Whether I wander east or west, waking or dreaming, you are near me, joy of my heart, Eilean Moola. Peat and heather, how they call me, little wee bawn on the hillside, joy of my heart, Eilean Moola. Whether I wander east or west, waking or dreaming, you are near me, joy of my heart, Eilean Moola.
hearts are waiting to cheer me. Welcoming arms are there to hold me. Joy of my heart, Elan Mula. Whether I wander east or west, waking or dreaming, you are near me. Joy of my heart, Elan Mula. Joy of my heart, Elan Mula. Joy of my heart, Elan Mula. Sing ye o the coolings of sky, of Harris and Egg and fair Iona. Joy of my heart, Elan Mula.
I'm now going to play a set of tunes that I used in my BBC Radio Scotland Young Traditional Musician of the Year semi-final set from November last year. And this is a set of 2 fiddle tunes. The first is The Shoemaker by Mike Vass, and the second one is called Lindsay's, and it was written by Lauren McCall. Dad for putting this event on and for having me. It's been very interesting and a lot of fun being part of it. So cheers. Thanks everybody.
Hello, I'm Carol Anderson and welcome to the next instalment of the virtual Stonehaven Folk Festival. I'm going to play some tunes, obviously, and I'm going to start off with a tune called Drunk at Night and Dry in the Morning, which was written by one of the Gay family, and I'm going to follow that with an American reel called Quince Dillon's Heidi. carry on now with, sorry about that, Shigley chair. I'm going to carry on with a slow air next. This is a tune that I've been playing quite a lot recently as a sort of tribute to a friend of mine who died last year, great fiddle player from Newcastle called Derek Spence. So this is a wee tribute to Derek. We used to play this tune every time we saw each other together. So every time I play it now, I just imagine all the lovely harmonies that he used to play. So hopefully you can imagine them too. So this is Coilsfoot House. Okay, so I've tried to make myself and you feel like you're in Stonehaven, even though I'm in London. Look. There it is. Anyway, I've tried to make myself feel like I'm in Stonehaven. So, what I did was I thought Robert Burns t-shirt. Stonehaven-ish. And over here, rather lovely picture of the harbour. So if you look at that, you can all just pretend you're sitting outside the marine, having a nice glass of Belgian beer. Sorry, Belgian-ish beer. In any case, it's great to be sort of-ish in Stonehaven. And I'm going to play one last set of tunes. And I think I'll just make it a nice lively set of jigs. Alright, I'm just going to put that down a wee bit. There we go. So yeah, a nice lively set of jigs. So I'm going to play Famous Baravan by Gordon Duncan, Glasgow City Police Pipers by Donald MacLeod, and Pitlochry High School Centenary, also by Gordon Duncan. So thanks first to everyone on the Stonehaven committee for asking me to do this. All the helpers and hangers on who I know are probably all working their wee socks off. Despite there being no gazebo to put up and no hall and banners and all the rest of it, I'm sure there's plenty for you to do. And thanks to Simon Timur from Hands Up for Trad for also making this possible. And thank you to all of you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it. Here's some jigs. Guide us to the festival.
Hi folks, at this time, if this had been the real festival, it would have been an amazing time for us because we would have been about to introduce a super singer who's on our committee. And because we thought it might be a good thing just to actually get her to sing us a wee song tonight. So here we have Annie Reid.
I can't believe they're actually giving me a second crack at this after I screwed it up so much yesterday, but I thank you all very much for giving me another go. I'm just going to sing a wee song I first heard Sylvia Barnes sing, which is called The Farming Boy. And I'm actually, because I'm following Carol Anderson, because her set was just on just before me, I ken it's one of her favourites. So here's The Farming Boy, anyway. When from stark and naked branches chestnut buds burst forth, and new lambs like run out apron string by their mother's sides all lay. My husband had a farming boy who had travelled far the north. He was the bonniest thing on which my eyes had ever lain. I had never seen such beauty, and I thought that I would die, as through long nights I could not sleep, nor ease my troubled mind. And through the day it was all that I could do to hide my pain. I fought to rid him from my mind, but firmly he remained. We had the warmest June in 15 years. The heat was hard to bear. When the men came down from harvest, I brought them food and beer. And the boy climbed up into the cart and placed my little sons before. He taught them poems and made them golden dolls from the harvest straw. When the autumn snows arrived, they came with force and without warning. When his long black hair like ribbons blew and played across his mouth, with his body bent and flecked with white from the cold wind in the morning, geese called long over frosted fields in lines toward the south. And then one morning, as I was watching for him coming by the stile, I saw instead my husband's face. He waved to me and smiled. On inquiring for the farming boy, I was dying where I stood when he told me he had left to go and work in Harrodswood. Well, now 30 years have passed since then, bringing many's a troubled time. I have watched my sons grow into men. There's been hardship, pain, and joy. And my husband's lips hold the sweetest smile that binds me to his side. But even now, I cradle in my mind the beauty of the farming boy. Well, the just other things, the folk that I get to work with during this festival. And it's been different, then just for you, so it's been different for us as well. I normally get to do the sitting in the office most of the time, trying to get folk squeezed into the hall as much as I can, and it's been brilliant this year, having to nae turn anybody away, having to be able to say to everybody, yeah, there's plenty of room, come on in, sit yourself down, get yourself a dram, and you can fit. You don't even have to have it in a plastic glass. You can have it in the whatever you're needed, because we're nae caring. I mean, you're doing just fine. And one of the other things that I normally get to do at the festival is I normally introduce and MC the Tradition Bearers concert. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to do that this year. And we would have been. This year we were welcoming Lucy Donaghy and Jarlath Henderson over, and we would have had from Scotland, we would have had Arthur Watson, and also from Scotland, but coming all the way from Australia, we would have had Fiona Ross as well. And we are hoping, and we've had at least 3 of them confirmed, and we're just holding on for one more, that they will, fingers crossed, get to be with us in the flesh in Stonehaven next year for the festival. But that's going to be my last link, so I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank Simon, who's just been a genius, and Charlie yesterday for coping very well with our complete amateurism when it comes to doing any of this. I mean, but it's no, seriously, because we've been just winging it and having no clue about what we're doing. Yeah, Simon says the only way to do it. He's near wrong. So that's me. Thank you very much. I'm going to have a wee drink now, because I never drink until after the festival, or at least till my bit of the festival is finished, and I haven't broken that tradition yet either. But so anyway, coming up after me, we're going to have John Carney, who's going to bring us some guitar, and also Cameron Nixon, who gave us a tremendous workshop earlier on, and John Carney probably did as well, but I didn't hear his, so I apologise then. But I did hear Cameron's, which was just magic. Thank you very much, and hopefully we'll see you all next year.
Hi, good evening. Delighted to be playing at this Stonehaven Online Festival 2020, and looking forward already to next year's festival. Hope you're enjoying the evening so far. I'm following Carol Anderson, fantastic fiddle player. Lovely set. Going to do 3 songs tonight. And kick off with an old tune from the Scottish Borders called The Broom of the Cowden Knives. Would I be and played her pipe so sweet. The birds around her listened by, even the lapwings in the field charmed with her melody. Oh, the broom, the bonny, bonny broom, broom of the cowden house. Fain would I be in my own country, there in a feather shower. Oh, the broom, the bonny, bonny broom, broom of the cowden house. Fain would I be in my own country, there in a feather shower. Oh, the broom, the bonny, bonny broom. Oh, the broom, the bonny, bonny broom. Oh, the broom, the bonny, bonny broom. Great. Well, hope you enjoyed that and were able to sing along a little bit. I'm now going to go on to an American tune written by the great guitarist Norman Blake. He's a great flat-picking guitarist that plays tunes on the guitar, and but also a fantastic songwriter as well. And this is a tune of his called Billy Gray, or True Love Knows No Season, it's also been known as well. So it takes us over to the Badlands of the United States. Billy Gray rode into Gantry back in '83. There he did meet young Sarah McRae. Oh, the wild rose of morning, the pale flower of dawning, herald of springtime in his young life that day. Well, Sarah, she could not see the cold light of reality. To her young Billy, he bore not a flaw, knowing not her chosen one was a hired gun, wanted in Kansas City by the law. Then one day a tall man came riding from the Badlands, back to the north of New Mexico. He was overheard to say he was looking for Billy Gray, a wanted man and a dangerous outlaw. When the deadly news came creeping to Billy, lay sleeping there in the Clarendon Bar and Hotel. Yeah, he made for the old church, lying on the outskirts, thinking he would climb that old steeple bell. But a rifle ball came flying face down, he lay dying there on the dust and the earth where he fell. Sarah, she ran to him, cursing the lawman, not knowing no reason just knowing he was killed. And Sarah, she still lives in that whitewashed house. She first met Billy some 40 years ago. Like the wild rose of morning, she's faded with the dawning of each day of sorrow, like long years of song. Written on its stone were the dusty winds of long blown, 18 words to a passing world say. True love knows no season, no rhyme, no reason, just as cold as a Granger County clay. Yes, true love knows no season, no rhyme, no reason, just as cold as a Granger County clay. True love knows no season, no rhyme, no reason, just as cold as the Granger County clay. Well, great. 2 songs out of the way, and I hope you enjoyed that one. Again, a Norman Blake tune. I'm going to try something totally different now, and just go on to the slide guitar. Excuse me. And to All American Blues tune made well known by Robert Johnston. Walking Blues, but by way of a little bit by way of Robert Burns and A-Fon Kiss. A-Fon Kiss and then we sever. A farewell lasts forever. Deep in heart run, tears are plenty. Warren sighs and groans I wage thee. Woke up this morning, right from my shoes. great Walking Blues, old Robert Johnston song via a number of influences there, and hope you enjoy the rest of the evening, folks, and thanks to all the Stonehaven Folk Club committee members for putting this on. So see you later on. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Cheers, bye.
Hello, and I hope you're all well at home at the moment. My name is Cameron Nixon, and I am a Scots singer and fiddle player from Peter Cooter in Aberdeen, so not too far away from Stonehaven at all. I'd like to say a quick thank you to the Stonehaven Folk Festival for putting on the workshops earlier today and this wee concert in the evening, and I do hope that they will be returning again next year. I'm going to be singing a few songs for you this evening, and please feel free to join in with them as well. Thank you for tuning in, and I do hope that I will see some of you in the not too distant future. So have a lovely evening, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much. My first song for you today is called Nairn's Bonny Riverbanks, and I first heard this from the singing of Ali Vass accompanied by Mike Vass. In this song, the young lady is walking by the river, grieving over the fact that her loved one is fighting in the war in Spain. She's using the water for her comfort. However, she has just received a letter. It was in the merry month of June, delightful, fresh and fair. For fish and sport I rose in time to tack the country air. I was delighted for to hear the charming blackbird's song, near to Nairn's bonny banks and braes I gently moved along. Cheered with the warm summer sun, I still kept on my walk, when coming to a spreading tree I thought I heard some talk. I turned me quickly round about to hear what words were said, when in behind a bramble bush I spied a pretty maid. Her fleecy flocks around her upon the grass they fed, as she lay sore lamenting upon the primrose bed. And as she issued forth her grief, the little birds they sang upon a tree whose branches out o'er the river hang. The reason o' her grieving I understood quite plain. The lad that gained her tender heart had now gone off to Spain. 'Twas 3 long years since he had gained, which grieved her heart full sair. And as she cried, I am afraid that he'll return nae mair. But as she thus was grieving, there came a little boy, who had a letter in his hand, which turned her grief to joy. She soon did know her lover's right, and opened it with speed, and thinking no one to be near, she thus began to read. Dear Kitty frae the coast of Spain, this letter I send, wi' my poor wounded comrades that to Great Britain went. I send ye this to let ye know that I'm alive and well, and hope to see fair Scotland yet, but when I cannae tell. Each day and night we're in a fight, our enemies to subdue, and when the deadly bullets fly, I often think o' you, and on the happy days we had among the grassy green, by Nairn's bonny banks and braes. Say happy we hae been. Like midges in the summer night, the French around us lie, but we her British bayonets will mak them fight or fly. We'll mak them fight or fly, he says, and send them hame frae Spain. May this war season send us peace, and bring us hame again. Although I be far off frae you, and here must tak my lot, I'll loo ye still, and all is well, my dear, you're no forgot. Although I trample o'er the deed, as oft times I must do, Brecht in my mind I still can find your image in my view.
Water plays a rather tragic role in this next song. A young lover is killed. This is young Emma.
Young Emma was a servant girl. She looed young Edward well, and the reason why she looed him, the reason why she looed him, he plewed the lowlands low. Her parents kept a public house a little way down the shore, and off they robbed the sailors, and off they robbed the sailors, and heard o' them no more. My parents kept a public house a little way down the shore, and if ye chance to go that way, don't let my parents know that your name it is young Edward, that plews the lowlands low. Young Edward sat a drinking till it was time for bed, but little was he thinking, but little was he thinking, that sorrow crowned his head. As Emma lay asleeping, she dreamed a terrible dream. She dreamed she saw her ain true love. She dreamed she saw her ain true love lie bleeding in the stream. Young Emma rose, put on her clothes, to her parents' room she went, saying, "Mother, oh, where's a stranger? Saying, Mother, oh, where's a stranger? Came here last night to sleep." Oh, doctor, dear doctor, to you I'll tell no lie. We robbed him we stabbed him and sank his body low. Oh, parents, cruel parents, you shall die a public show for the murdering of my ain true love, for the murdering of my ain true love, and the sinking his body low. The white fish in the ocean swims o'er my true love's breast. His body rolls in motion. His body rolls in motion. But I hope his soul's at rest.
A truly tragic song. I'm now going to move on to a song called The Day We Packed the Hamper for the Coast, and this is a comedic song. And I was thinking, while everyone is in lockdown, or should be in lockdown anyway, I can imagine that after this, everyone will be scurrying about the house, packing the car full and heading out on a big adventure. This is The Day We Packed the Hamper for the Coast.
I'm always living yet, and though nearly had a fit, on the day we packed the hamper for the coast. Ye can bet your fortnight's pay I had plenty for today. On the day we packed the hamper for the coast, we pit in 40 loaves of bread for buy a smoked ham, sausages and Irish stew and marmalade and jam. We ate 20 stane of tatties and the carcass o' a lamb. On the day we packed the hamper for the coast. Oh my, I felt inclined to cry. Nae one of friends my temper I lost. Around the house I had to flee like a monkey up a tree. On the day we packed the hamper for the coast. My arms were bit with clegs and they also bit my legs. On the day we packed the hamper for the coast. I was angry indeed, but was took to bell my head. On the day we packed the hamper for the coast. Says my good wife, "Now Pat, listen, I'll tell you what, we best put in the frying pan, the kettle and the pot. In case there's moose down there, we best shove in the cat. On the day we packed the hamper for the coast." Oh my, I felt inclined to cry. Nae one of friends my temper I lost. But the cat we couldna fin, so we rammed the bulldog in. On the day we packed the hamper for the coast. When it was full, you see, says Mrs. Ann to me, the day we packed the hamper for the coast. Says she had best put in another pair of shin. On the day we packed the hamper for the coast. My face got red with fury and my nose got black and blue. Says I, there's room for nothing more, you see the hamper's full. Says she, as far as I can see, I'm thinking, so are you. On the day we packed the hamper for the coast. Oh my, I felt inclined to cry. Nae one of friends my temper I lost. So I says before we slide, we'll put all the wains inside. On the day we packed the hamper for the coast. cuts her hair down by the quay and saves her kisses just for me.
Hi there folks, this is Brian from the band Fluke, coming to you from the Giants Causeway, the spectacular north coast of County Antrim. And yeah, this is a weekend, a very rare weekend away from myself and my young family after cocooning all these months. So it's nice to get out and spread our wings, and it's such a great shame that we're not coming over to your beautiful part of the world. We were really looking forward, super excited to be coming back to Stonehaven with Fluke this year, especially off the back of a great momentous year last year with the new album. But these things, there's always a reason. Everything is on its way to somewhere else, and next summer will be extra special. So on behalf of all the other Flukes and on behalf of this incredible rock formation here in Antrim, wish you all the best, and yeah, see you on the new shore.
Hi everyone, this is Sarah from Fluke, sitting on the banks of the River Bean in Hertfordshire. Just been for a lovely swim. It's a shame we're not up in Stonehaven, but we're really looking forward to being up there this time next year. This was going to be a really busy weekend for us. We were in Stonehaven and then France and then Cardiff and various other places in a hilarious, not very geographical order. Anyway, we'll see you next year. Stay safe, stay well.
Hi there, this is Ed from Fluke, wishing everyone to do with Stonehaven Folk Festival all the best. It's a real shame it's not happening this year, but there's nothing happening this year, is there? So it'll be great to see you all next year. And for the time being, just I'm out in a park enjoying the nice sunny weather. And yeah, everyone stay safe, and catch up with you soon. All the best.
Hello everyone, this is John Joe from Fluke. Sadly this year's Stonehaven Festival is not taking place like every other festival, unfortunately. But the main thing I guess is safety, so we look forward to seeing you all next year, and hopefully we'll make up for it then. So stay safe, and see you soon. Cheers.
Thank you. Dankeschön.
Thank you very much there to Fluke. That was absolutely brilliant. Thank you to them for sending that video in to us. And of course, just before that, we had John Carney and Cameron Nixon who had given us workshops, Cameron today and John yesterday. Fantastic stuff, guys. I love that song, the day we packed the hamper for the coast. That was brilliant. And John's version of The Broom of the Cowden Nows, that's a favourite of mine as well. And like I say, thank you to Fluke, one of my favourite bands. Folk bands. I love them, and we were disappointed that they weren't going to make it this year, but we're delighted to say that they have confirmed that they're going to come back next year and play for us. So, really looking forward to that. I must also thank the artists who played just before Annie. We didn't manage to fit that in. That was Callum McElroy on the mandolin and Carol Anderson, of course, on the fiddle. Carol, we know very well. And I also must point out that after Carol's workshop, we didn't get the connection right. So she didn't appear. She was due to appear with us, but we didn't quite get the Skype connection right. You know, these things are going to happen at a virtual festival, and she did apologise and wanted everyone to know that she didn't just not turn up or anything like that. She was sitting in her kitchen awaiting, and it just couldn't make the connection. So Carol, don't worry about it. It's all fine. So another workshop we had this afternoon, and who couldn't make it at the time, but we're lucky to have him on the line, is Mr. Paddy Buchanan. You're there, Paddy.
Woohoo! Hello, thanks for having me.
Not a problem at all. No, we're delighted. And we're just, you're showing off a bit in that room, are you not? Look at that line of guitars behind you. That's a pretty impressive collection.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Especially
them on the walls. You know, it takes up too much floor space, so just put them on the walls and keep them out of the way.
No, it's looking impressive. I'm just saying it's impressive for somebody who did a ukulele workshop, you know, to have that array of guitars in there.
Thank you. Well, you know, ukuleles are just little guitars with 4 strings, aren't they? They're all part of the same family.
Exactly. I was actually looking at your ukulele when you were doing the workshop earlier. That's probably about the fanciest ukulele I've ever seen. It was like a resonator dobro type ukulele. Where did you get that?
I think I ordered it online. It might have been from GAC or somewhere like that. It's a Kala resonator ukulele. Lovely thing, lovely sound, really well built. I'm not endorsed by Kala or anything like that. I'm not selling them, but if you want my opinion, that it's a decent uke. So
it's an amazing looking thing. I've never seen anything like it. And I also noticed in the corner of your room when you're doing your workshop, is that a church organ you've got by your side there as well?
Yes, there's a good story with that. There is a charity shop opened up on Hutchins Street in a big retail unit that used to be Wix years ago, and then it was PC World, I think, for a time. But a charity shop got the rent of the place for a short time, and I was in buying records and bric-a-brac and things, and I saw this church organ in the corner, and they didn't have a price on it, and I asked, "How much is that?" And they said, "We'll give you a tenner if you take it away." So I organised a friend with a van to come, and it's actually cost me more to move it about from flat to flat since I bought it but yeah, it's great. It's got some great sounds on it. Brilliant. It's a 80s Hammond organ.
All right, I know. We thought it was maybe like a church organ. We thought maybe this is Sunday, so I didn't know if you did some kind of services or something like that in your house on a Sunday like morning. Maybe what you would do.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that, I'm afraid. No.
So you hail from Kemney originally, Paddy? That's right, isn't it?
Oh, well, yeah. I went to school. I went to secondary school in Kemney. Kintore. Grew up in Kintore. Always been around Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire all my life.
Aye. A good Aberdeenshire name, Padraig, though, isn't it? That's there's a.
Well, actually, that's an Irish name, Irish spelling. From my granddad was Irish from Kells, and Padric. That's the spelling. But Paddy's a lot simpler to go by because people get a bit confused sometimes with the Padric. But
I've got a laddie called Rory, and it's kind of similar. The English relatives love it, you know.
Yeah.
think we did it on purpose, but we didn't. I promise. But, so how's it going in the lockdown there? Are you keeping busy or?
Yeah. Keeping busy, as busy as possible. Obviously, like everyone else, all the gigs got cancelled quite suddenly. All my teaching got cancelled. I'm doing a little bit of online teaching. Trying to look after my family. I've got various vulnerable family that have had to stay in all this time. I'd like to wave hello to my auntie Liz, who's in Benahee View in Inverurie, watching now. I think her things not been allowed out for some time now, but we're hoping to see her soon. But yeah, I've just tried to be as productive as possible. My band, the Paddy Buchanan Band, were kind of just getting off the ground when lockdown happened. I'll do a shout out to some of the members there. We've got Dr. Claire Hawes on baran, Craig Spink percussion, Davy Catanack on percussion and backing vocals. And we just enlisted the help of Johnny Hardy on fiddle and Ewan Reid on accordion. And then we got locked down, so I've not been able to have a full rehearsal with those guys yet. But really looking forward to being unleashed into the world and getting that on the go. I'm working on some recordings from home at the moment. Hopefully I'm going to have a wee EP to share with the world quite soon. I'd hope to have an album out by this point, but I want to get everyone that's in the band in the same room and playing and recording at the same time. That's something that, I mean, before lockdown, I was quite happy to like layer things up, record in different places. But since lockdown, I think I've really grown to appreciate that seemingly really simple thing of just being in the same room with people and feeding off the same energy. But it's so important. And doing things like this festival. By the way, guys, thank you so much and well done for pulling this all together. Things like, I mean, they're absolutely crucial to keeping us all sane in lockdown and hopefully making us appreciate live music actually being in the same room all that much more. So hopefully when we do get back to it, there'll be a big market and people will be itching to get out the house and get back to some gigs. And
I really hope that's the case, because I think you're right. I think we've realised a lot of how things we took for granted, maybe a lot, how precious they actually are, and that's just exactly what you're talking about there. And the band's obviously growing. I mean, I was lucky enough, as you know, to see you guys upstairs in the Blue Lamp when we did the gig up there just before Christmas. It was
the Festive Folk Extravaganza.
That was what it was called. I couldn't remember, but it was that was a great night, and the band were sounding fantastic. And obviously you've added Johnny since then, and he played at the Scottish Parliament as well. Is that right, or was that just you that did that?
No, that was part of a project myself, Claire Hawes, Davy Catanack, and Craig Spink were involved in, called Songs from Medieval Aberdeen. We got some funding and access to Aberdeen Council's Town Borough Records, which is actually some of the best kept medieval records of any town in Scotland, and in fact the whole of the UK, I believe. And we got commissioned to write some songs inspired by the stories and things we learned from delving through those records. So we had some really good gigs. We played at the Townhouse in Aberdeen, played at the Aberdeen University's May Festival, and the last gig I did, that any of us did in the band, I think, before lockdown, was play at the Scottish Parliament and showcase the music that we played. And 1 minute we were choosing what hors d'oeuvres we were going to serve up, haggis, bonbon, Scottish all that. And then the next we were locked down. And if the gig had been a week later than it was, then it probably would have been cancelled. Even if I never get to play another gig again, I'm quite thankful to have had that.
Well, I mean, for a haggis vol avant, I mean, I think any of us would give our eye teeth for that kind of process.
It was the very day that the guidelines had come out saying don't be sharing serving platters.
Yeah, well, as you know, we don't serve these things up in Stonehaven British Legion of a festival, but it's maybe an idea for the future, just to make you feel at home.
I've grown accustomed to these sorts of things now.
Well, hopefully you'll be playing with us next year. I'm just worried about what your rider's going to be.
You know what? be happy with one of those fantastic burgers that you always get in the town square.
I do.
And I believe they raise money for charity with those burgers as well, don't they?
The festival's a charity, if you like. That's probably the easiest way to describe that.
But it's a very good cause. It's a very good, and the burgers are delicious food, so I can't recommend them enough.
What it does do is it helped us make all this happen this weekend. So like everyone that has bought a burger has enabled us to do this. So it all goes, towards what we do here. And I'm right in thinking you're confirmed for our festival next year. You're going to come back, even though you couldn't.
Yeah, man, can't wait. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you come here most years and you're always involved in some way, but this will be your first main stage slot, and I'm delighted.
We're so psyched up for that. That was a big hit when lockdown struck.
I know.
But next year will be the year.
Absolutely. As boys are always on hand if you're needing us to come along and help you some of the gigs, as you know.
Absolutely. Well, I think Ruach and / Paddy Buchanan Band tour next year. Let's go about it.
Well, I'm thinking I'm sort of going off the, we shouldn't be promoting each other here, and I certainly shouldn't. But
trying to think of a mutual admiration society.
I know. I could shoot the breeze with you all night, Paddy, as you know, and I suppose we better get on with the festival really at the end of the day. So all I can say is thanks for joining us. I look forward to seeing you as soon as we can, and good luck with the new album and everything obviously coming out, and of course, we'll see you before next year. I'm quite sure about that.
Oh yes. Well, thanks.
Absolutely.
We'll see you soon.
And then we're going to have your live performance. But just before we have Paddy up and you're playing with Claire on that, we're going to have a performance from Adam Usmani, in fact, as part of Madam Tsunami, where he plays with his wife, Coralie, as well. And I've never met Adam, but I've been fortunate enough to have a tune with Coralie before. She's come to Stonehaven a couple of times. And an amazing fiddle player, absolutely fantastic. And so they're going to be up and give us a live performance, and then we're going to have Paddy and Claire finishing us off, and then I'll come back and say cheerio after that. So thanks, Paddy, and look forward to hearing you in a few minutes. And next up is Madam Tsunami.
Hello, all right, take two. We had a real festival experience on take one. Torrential rain, so there we go.
Still raining a little bit, but not like it was.
Yeah.
It's really, really pouring.
Yeah.
Rains, it pours. And we would just like to, first of all, say hello to everyone out there in the virtual world. My name is Adam and this is Coralie, and we are the band Madam Tsunami, and we're thrilled to be part of the first ever virtual Stonehaven Folk Festival. And we're going to play the first song, which is called Wednesday Night Waltz.
Alrighty. It was a wee American waltz to get us started, and that was a transcription by Mark O'Connor. Moving on, we're going to play one of the first songs that we wrote as a band in Scotland. So we moved from New Zealand 5 years ago, and this next song kind of touches on a bit of that nostalgia for our younger days. Yeah, getting old now, hey?
I suppose we are. Certainly feeling a little bit older with the old knees creaking away.
Anyway, hopefully you can relate.
Tell me if you had everything, would you still want for more? Or would you float on the river as it carried on by, regardless of why, twisting and turning in every which way? I have seen it burning in your eyes, crimson and yellow just like the sunrise. Is it still there, my darling? Those dreams that you hide so safely inside, help me remember the hopes we once knew. Bring them back and you hold me close tonight, like you used to, darling, in the evening light. Take me back to when we were young and starry-eyed, looking at the world in wonder. Hold me close tonight, my baby, won't you? Hold me close tonight. Tell me, is there still time to dream? Because sometimes it seems we're just dancing in circles, flirting with charms, endlessly playing the roles we've been cast. Here by the fire, I seem to remember we were young ones, defiant and bold. The world was our oyster, so we were told. We were not free then, uprooting our castles and clouds in the sky, and I'm still not scared to. When you're by my side, hold me close tonight, like you used to, darling, in the evening light. Take me back to when we were young and starry-eyed, looking at the world in wonder. Hold me close tonight, my baby, won't you? Hold me close tonight. And as the day does lay around me, darling, I am there for you. When all the world has passed behind me, you know that I'll still care for you. In times of trouble, times of strife, hey, I'll be sticking by your side. 'Cause baby, I've been growing older, but I feel young again, resting on your shoulder. Hold me close tonight, like you used to, darling, in the evening light. Take me back to when we were young and starry-eyed, looking at the world in wonder. Hold me close tonight, my baby, won't you? Hold me close tonight, my darling, won't you? Hold me close tonight, my baby, won't you? Hold me close tonight. Don't often play that one on piano, to be honest.
Written on the guitar, it's newly transposed into the piano, but hey ho, I like it.
That's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Anyway, it's quite a lot of coordination. I can barely keep two things, singing and playing at the violin at the same time. Woof.
Where's a double bass player when you need him, eh?
Seriously though, piano players, take my hat off. Next up we're going to play a couple of tunes that I've learnt in Scotland. First one is called The Bacon Allocation, written by Anna Massey, and then we are going into The Lads Like Beer by James Hill. Hope you enjoy these. Do you want a van? There we go, two keys. What's that? E and F.
E and F.
Oh, rebellious. It's not G, D or A. Whoa. No, actually quite a lot of Scottish tunes in E, which is pretty cool. What have we got up next?
We have got Watch You Go, which is very kind of new, isn't it, I suppose. Only really played it once live, I think, and that's virtually live as well.
There you go, you're pretty special.
That's virtually live.
And first time in this new key as well.
New key, new song, goodness gracious, so just pushing all the boundaries, aren't we, at the moment? You wouldn't be exposed after all is said and done. Trust me when I say I am not the only one that'll burn you from my heart till it turns cold. But instead of holding on, I'm gonna watch you go. just begun. And already you don't see where it is I'm coming from. Down the river I've been sold. Did you think? The rain was quite fitting, purposely put in there, wasn't it, this then? Losing my
I didn't even notice actually.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Alrighty-yo. So, that brings us to one more piece, doesn't it?
This is Picnic in the Sky. Not a great picnic today, obviously.
Why do you think it's called?
Rainy picnic today.
Why do you think it's called Picnic in the Sky?
I don't know, maybe we have to ask Matthew Watson who wrote it.
Oh, thanks Matthew.
So Matthew,
Yeah.
please tell us.
Why did you call it Picnic in the Sky? Alright, here we go. You carry on. Carry on, mate.
Okay, we chose all the songs that ended the same way, so sorry about that, but
The very
seems like it.
the second, well, anyway, thank you.
Except for the one that we didn't practice the ending for.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, it's as close to a live gig as you're going to get, so.
It is in our living room. We'd just like to say thank you for tuning in. Hopefully the sound's great. It is raining really heavily here and we can only do what we can do. But we've really enjoyed being part of this and hopefully see you at a real gig soon. We are Madam Tsunami. Catch you soon.
Over and out.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello.
I'm Paddy Buchanan, this is Claire Hawes. I'm going to sing some songs for you. We'd like to be here as part of the virtual Stonehaven Folk Festival this year. This first song's called Cape Cod Girls. Cape Cod girls ain't got no coats, bound away, they comb their hair with codfish bones, bound away for Australia. Heave her up, my bully bully boys, bound away
cats ain't got no tails. Bound away, bound away. They've lost them all in northeast gales. Bound away for Australia. Heave her up, my bully, bully boys. Bound away, bound away. Heave her up, no, don't you make a noise. Bound away for Australia. Cape Cod girls ain't got no combs. Bound away, bound away. They comb their hair with codfish bones. Bound away for Australia. Heave her up, my bully, bully boys. Bound away, bound away. Heave her up, no, don't you make a noise. Bound away for Australia.
There you go. Good job, girls. Okay, guys, the next number we're going to play for you is called The Jabberwocky. It's a poem by Lewis Carroll that I've set to music.
Beware the Jabberwock, my son. The jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jube bird and shun the frumious bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand. One time the Maxim for he sought. So rested he by the Tum train, stood a while and thought. And as a novice thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulgey wood and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the bottom blade with a sticker stack. He left it dead, and with its head he whipped the long thing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my English boy. Oh, perhaps just take a look at me, chortle with his joy. 'Twas relic, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome rats out grape.
Jabberwocky. You enjoyed that? Next up, we're going to slow things down a wee bit. A song by Hamish Henderson called Banks of Sicily.
The pipe is dozy, the pipe is fade. He went a beering for his vino day. And the sky herm seen his uncle in grey. And all the breath charmers are eerie. Oh, fare ye weel, ye banks of Sicily. Fare ye weel, ye valley and shire. There's nae jockle murn kiles o' ye. Ah, the breath charmers are eerie. Fare ye well, ye banks of Sicily. Fare ye well, ye valley and shire. There's nae hame will smur the wilds of ye. Peer bloody squatties are weary. So doon the stair and line the waterside. Wait your turn, the ferries a while. Doon the stair and line the waterside. Ah, the breath charmers are ready. And that drummie is polished, the drummie is bra. He can't be seen for his wedding over. He's beast himself up for 14 to give to his Lola his dearie. Fare ye well, ye dives of Sicily. Fare ye well, Beth Shailen and Har. Well, mine shebeens and bothies were. Kind señorinas were cheery. Oh, fare ye well, ye dives of Sicily. Fare ye well, Beth Shailen and Har. Well, mine shebeens and bothies were. Jock made a date with his dearie. So tune the pipe and drop the tenor drum. Leave your kid this side of the wall. Tune the pipe and drop the tenor drum. Ah, the breath charmers are ready.
Okay guys, thanks for having us. I've been Paddy Buchanan, this is Claire Hawes. We're going to finish up with you with a song called Money Musk Lads.
Ah, Zach and my bones, in by Alfredsdale. A sad misfortune happened to me, and I think it nae shame to tell me. I vaulted to the Lido. As Zach and my bones, the moon was shining clear, and I held on to life and day to see my Maggie dear. Me, I vaulted to the Lido. I did gangman hide, and the tower sleeping sound, but I plague upon yon old wife, for she comes slinking down. Me, I vaulted to the Lido. Sick handily she slipped along, set the door again. They crawled upon her hands and knees to see if it could be. Me, I vaulted to the Lido. Then said the bells we are her picked, so loud she made them ring. Yet bait I thought to put my lunch, the biggin she would bring. Me, I vaulted to the Lido. And in fact she saw a witness that she ran to her good man, saying there's a laddie in the house, that's how I stand. Me, I vaulted to the Lido. To see all the servant girls we want, gentle means men want. We have vaulted to the Lido. Providence has acted right, so treasures for to give to any servant lad or lass just working for a fee. We have vaulted to the Lido.
how good was that there from Paddy Buchanan? Absolutely fantastic. And of course from Madam Tsunami as well. They were brilliant. We had everyone that was in the garden just crowded around the computer there watching that. That was two great performances for finishing us off there. And that's us come to the end. And you'll know we've come to the end because look, I'm wearing this shirt, and there's a reason for this shirt. It was a bit of a passing of the torch type shirt. It's become the chairman's shirt. I was given this by Charlie West a couple of years ago. No, last year it was, in fact, when I did my first chairman's speech at the end of the festival, because that, I think, is the one he used to wear. So I suddenly got given it. And here it is. It seems to become, as my son put it, the passing of the torch, so to speak. So that's it. All I need to do is wrap it up. Thank you to all the performers who've sent in videos and everyone who's watched online. It's been delighted to see some of the comments. Thank you very, very much for staying with us, for helping us out. And we have the Just Giving thing for the Folk in Crisis thing. If you've given to that, thank you very much. Please do. It's a great cause. It helps out musicians in this difficult time. And of course I have to thank all of the committee, the Stonehaven Folk Festival committee, and that is Louise Park, who we haven't seen this weekend, but has taken a well-earned rest from not having to steward people about and sort of herd volunteers, etc., which he does great every year. Philip McAuliffe down in London, who always runs our sort of tech stuff when he's up here, and hi to Mac, of course. Philip McAuliffe, that's his Sunday name, obviously. To Sue Briggs, who's been in and out this weekend and brought some lovely merchandise and put that into the packs that people have won. To Sarah Simpson, who you've seen several times over the weekend on the video here and stuff. She's been absolutely fantastic. Who else? Jim Thompson, he's been in and out as well. He brought a huge crate of beer at the start, so he's the chief sort of supplier. To Charlie West, of course, who was in yesterday, the past chairman, and he did a couple of links. And also to Martin Kaspovich, who's been sort of laid up all weekend. Unfortunately, wasn't able to run his paper and comb. So hope you're doing well, Martin. Of course, to Annie Reid, who you've seen lots of times over this weekend, who's still with us now. And of course to Ailey Smith, who you've seen several times over the weekend as well. He's still here over there. And of course to Meg Finlay, who's sitting over there. And I'm sure the rest of the committee won't hate me for saying that this would never have happened without all the work that Meg puts in. It just none of this would have happened at all. And as most festivals, Meg, even the virtual festival, it's just none of it happens if it isn't for you. So thank you for doing this. It's been an absolute joy. I'd also like to thank Amy and Heidi, who've been around all weekend, sort of just doing stuff and helping and all that kind of thing. That's been fantastic. And of course to Charlie Barrow, who sent in some videos for us for the rickshaw. And of course to you, Simon, and your son Charlie, who've sort of stitched the whole thing together for us, because as you know, when we first started talking about this, we were clueless. None of this would have happened online, or if it had happened online, it would not have happened in any smooth way. As I'm sure you know. So thank you for that. You both sat through both days at this and helped us enormously putting it all together with suggestions and stuff like that. So thank you, and everything that Hands Up for Trad does just generally. It's been brilliant. And that's it, really. Just remember to thank you to my neighbours, to Angus, who lives behind me here, who's been putting up with music and chat and people coming and going all weekend. Thank you to all of them. And all I can say is it's a shame that we've not been able to have a festival this year. I hope this is the next best thing that we could bring you. We hope to see you all in 2021. And there's something happening behind me. I've got no idea what. I'm not sure if this is allowed. Photobomb.
That's it. Just a photobomb.
Anyway, Meg Finlay.
A big thanks to Ken Clark.
Oh, thank you.
Without whom we would never have got this to happen either. He's been an amazing host, and we thank him for that. Welcome to his garden.
Hi, welcome to my garden. And next year we will see you in the flesh. I think most of our performers for this year have signed up for next year, so we'll look forward to seeing them. And all I can say now is I hope you've enjoyed it. Go back, watch the videos again. We'll get them posted up. I shall have a small libation now because I think we've all earned it. And we'll sign off now and see you next year. Bye, bye, bye.